Hi there, folks. I had a question about number 11 on page 381. So, we're asked to determine the length of DB. So that's just this little guy here. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw the big triangles. So that'll be the big one. That'll be the small one. So the big one is EDA, and the little one is CBA. So this is 3 centimeters. This is root 13 centimeters. This is 2.5 centimeters. And if we're just looking for this little part, we're just looking for part of this, what we're going to want to do is find the whole length of it first. Now, the problem, and I'll show you why this is a tricky question, is that, so right off the bat, we're going to say that triangle EDA is similar to triangle CBA. Okay, because we know these are both 90-degree angles, and both triangles share this angle here, which means they have to be similar. So this means E over C equals D over B equals A1 over A2. And this will be 1, and this will be 2. And then if we're going to sub in here, we've got little e we don't know, little c is 3, little d we don't know, little b is root 13, a1 is 2.5, and a2 we don't know. So I'll just call it a2. So we can't actually solve anything yet. So what you needed to be able to do from this is to first find side A2. Okay? And if we are going to find side A2, we need to use the Pythagorean theorem. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we've got a squared plus 3 squared equals root 13 squared. Okay, I didn't call this A2 because I don't want a bunch of 2's, it'll get confusing. So a squared plus 9 equals, well, root 13 squared is just going to be 13 because the square root times the square root gets rid of the square root. So a squared equals 4 if we subtract 9 from both sides. So a is going to equal 2. So that means down here we can replace this with 2. Okay, so now we have a complete ratio, which means we can solve for some of the unknowns. Now, if we want to find this length here, we need to find the whole big length first and then subtract 3. So to do that, we're going to find little e. So e over 3 equals 2.5 over 2. We multiply by 3 on both sides. Okay, and we get e equals 2.5 times 3 divided by 2 is 1.5, it says, which doesn't seem quite right to me. Yeah, that's definitely not right. So 2.5 times 3 equals, divided by 2, 3.75. That seems a little bit better. So if this big side is 3.75, and this little side is 3, so we come up here, we go 3 here, 3.75 the whole way, so therefore dB equals 3.75 minus 3, so 0.75 centimeters. And that's it. That's the question. So the trick to that is that you didn't have a complete ratio at first. You had to use the Pythagorean theorem to find one. And this side being a root was not a big deal because as soon as we squared it, we got rid of the root sign. All right, folks, I hope that helps.